In today's video, I'm going to be using 3 golf clubs over 3 holes. I've got a par 3 and 2 par 4s to follow, but we're going to be spinning the wheel at the start of this video to find out exactly what clubs I have been nominated to use for the next 3 holes. Now, the importance of this video is understanding shot selection, club selection, but also some of the technique behind hitting these different types of shots that I'm probably most likely going to be called on to hitting. Right, first up in the bag for 3 holes, we have got a 58 degree. That could be good for missing greens. Okay, so we've got a club that I can potentially chip with. Well, to be fair, that's all I can do with a 58 degree, really. Second club up, we've got a 5-iron, which actually might be perfect for this first hole. And a driver, wow, driver, 5-iron, 58 degree. Now I can tell you, wow, okay, the next 2 holes, the 2 par 4s are short. They are they could be driver lob wedge, but they could also be like a driver 9-iron. So it depends on the wind, depends on the layout, depends on the roll. This 5-iron could be very, very well used. It's 190 to the middle of the green, which is like a perfect 6-iron. Today, in fairness, it's slightly into wind, so now I do feel like I've got to hit it a little bit harder, but it's 180 to the front. So I should be able to get a 5-iron to the front of the green. Right, let's see what we can shoot. 3 holes, 3 clubs. I've hit it into those trees. Sit, 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 sit. Might be short enough, to be fair. Yeah, I actually think it was. I caught it a little bit toe side of centre. We're into wind. I reckon I'm going to be a good 10 yards short of the front edge, chipping up the green, but I'm going to have a 5-iron chip or a 58 degree chip. Probably 58. There are 2 things in life you can be certain of. Number 1 is you're going to die, and number 2, I'm going to mess up the 16th hole at the Bristol Golf Club every time I play it. This is horrific. Right, I'm going to open the face, because normally when you come through thick grass like this, the grass wants to kind of close the face, and you see a lot of shots just pull low and straight to the left. So I'm going to really try and open the face. Also, by opening the face, it's going to allow me to swing harder, because the ball will travel less distance because of the added loft. So it allows me to kind of hit this pretty hard, hoping to get as much height as possible with that open blade. So let's see. Not the ideal second shot in the world for a vlog, but I've got this face super wide, release it down into the grass and hope for the best. We've got the height, we're on the green. That's all right, we'll take that. This is a bogey hole. Tell you, bogey on this hole is always great. Well, okay, maybe not great, but it's okay. Hold it, hold it. Oh, it's a tap-in bogey. So I've just been doing a bit of course management in my head, and these next 2 driver tee shots are so important. This is a 355-yard hole, straight into the wind, uphill. So I need to hit this as straight and as far as I possibly can to leave myself that lob wedge in. Also down the next is a massive dog leg to the right, where I need to peel off a load of the corner with the driver and get it as close to, there's a lake short of the green, get it as close to that as possible so I can hit the 58 degree. Otherwise, I'm manufacturing a 5-iron. Tee shots now, huge pressure. Love this format, this is fun. This, with no wind, I wouldn't be as worried, but I've got to hit this absolutely perfect. I've got to get it, I mean, realistically, distance-wise, I should be able to hit this 250. But I've got to hit it perfect, though. Right, come on, ball. Go home. Oh no, guys, it's a bit slicey dicey, that one. Oh, that's a bit slicey. Okay, pray for a good lie, and it's definitely going to be a 5-iron second shot. Now then, wow, I've clearly hit this tree. I've got 120 yards to the middle of the green, 100 yards to the front edge. And I can't muscle the lob wedge there because of the wind. It's so hard across. I don't feel like I could make it. So I'm going to talk you through a little kind of chip and run shot with a 5-iron. Now, I'm not saying you're going to use this shot very often, but the understanding of how to use a similar shot is key. I've got to run this all the way up the hill. It's a little bit wet, so we're going to hope that I get a couple of nice bounces. Now, in terms of setup, I'm going to put the ball position, now not in line with my back foot, but not in the middle, so like just halfway between the two. This way, I'm going to still be able to hit down on the golf ball. With a longer club, putting it too far back actually makes the strike quite difficult. All right, so just behind the centre, just right of centre for me as a right-handed golfer. I'm going to make sure though that I still move. A lot of golfers I see, they stop. They just kind of use the hands and arms. You're going to still make sure you're activating your whole body, because this is where the quality of strike comes in, even on these short shots. It's so easy to get the strike wrong. Landing area is tricky. 5-iron, it's going to come out hot. The ground it's not like sodden, but it's damp. So, and it's going into a slope. So it is a bit of pot luck as to how the ball reacts once it lands. I'm going to be aggressive though, because over the back I've got 125. So I'd rather land it further up and get it on the green somewhere than leave it too short. So I'm going to try and land this probably closer to like 80 yards. So ball further back, still use the hips, get that follow through nice as well. As you can see from setup, I was a lot more I've not hit it amazing. Go on, get up, get up. As you can see from setup, I had the narrower stance, I had a little bit more weight into my front side. This was to allow a more kind of downward angle of attack as I'm striking the ball. I still slightly missed the centre, so I caught it slightly toe side, so it didn't get as airborne as I'd have liked. Now obviously with a 5-iron and not hitting it with much speed, it was never going to get high anyway. It's about 20 short, it's kind of rolled back a little bit there, so not the best outcome, but hopefully you've learned a little bit from the tutorial of how to play that shot. Right, although I said I wanted to hit it over the back, because I slightly mishit it, didn't have the distance required. 58 degrees out now, so I'm chipping into a bit of an upslope, so the ball will pop up a little bit higher, so it should stop quicker. Nice grooves, good golf ball, tight lie, should get a bit of spin really. I generally play this shot now just more on the inside of my left heel, so making sure that I get that little bit more of an upward angle through the golf shot just to get a bit more height. Weight forward again, similar to that, similar setup in terms of my body to the last shot I played, but a slightly different ball position. Sit. Oh, it hit the flag. Oh, it's come off the green again. Oh no. Certainly safe and fair to say that it was probably travelling. It hit the flag about here, so it's probably finishing 6 to 8 foot past. Right, I'm off the green. Normally I'd putt from here, but I'm going to use this opportunity to talk you through another type of shot. This basically, we're going to take the heel off the ground. We're almost going to get the shaft of the club close to vertical, and we're going to use this side of the golf club. What it does, a lot of times when you fat it around the greens, it comes from the heel digging in. So we take the heel off the ground. I've got my arms not locked, just got them a little bit bent, almost as if they're in a bit more of a putter style where the elbows are slightly out. I'm just going to feel that kind of putter style stroke, but I've still got my hips engaged in the movement as well. Got my torso in there. Right, this for par. Oh, it landed super soft. So probably play that with a little bit less loft. So I'd probably play that with like a 54 or a 58, so it didn't quite pop up as high. But not bad. Right, I'm going to give myself a bogey there. Move on to the next. 2 over through 2. Right, last hole. This is such an interesting shaped hole. Big dog leg to the right, water short of the green, out of bounds left because it's a practice area, 350 to the middle of the green. I've got to get this driver sliding around that corner. Last time I played this, it was 3-wood 8-iron. So driver is a could be a good number if I'm aggressive enough to the water really. I actually think that is a phenomenal tee shot. I've never been so nervous about a golf shot in all of my life. 127 to the middle of the green, 110 to the front. Water short into wind. The 58 degree, I'm afraid, is just not getting anywhere close. 5-iron is out. I hope the camera can pick this up because I've got a clubhouse left and the putting green is behind the 18th green with with 7 guys on there doing some practice putting, and I've got a 5-iron from 130. This is when we really need to make sure we don't kill anybody. Right, 110 to the front. I'm going to try and chip cut a 5-iron into the front. Well, how I'm going to play this, I'm not sure if you'll ever use this shot, but you never know. Ball position forward. I'm actually going to open the blade a little bit as well to make sure I get that slice spin, but also maybe add a little bit of loft to this 5-iron, maybe even making it into a bit of a 7-iron. And I am going to work the swing a little bit more left for the added cut as well. So I'm going to be aiming at the left bunker and praying that no one dies. Fatted it into the water. I'm playing that again, I'm not happy with that. What I've just demonstrated there is the perfect example of not committing to your shot. But in fairness, I was worrying about the lives of others. Right, it had the shape, didn't it? I had everything there, I just had the shape. That's better. Spin. Right, if we could take 2 attempts at every shot, we'd be players, wouldn't we? That's better though. Right, we're on the green for 4. Just for a head up to the green, I hope you're enjoying this style of video. It's something a little bit different. Hopefully you can pick up a few different ideas on how to play some different types of shots certainly in different and awkward circumstances. So comment below if you've tried these shots out before. Are you going to try some shots out like this as well? Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thank you for watching again, it means a lot. See you next time.